Three, two, one, a Source Up podcast. My name is Jabari Butler. I'm here with J.R. Hall. What's the good word?
Not too much. Chilling on it with you. Watching these games and stuff. Picking up information. Looking at all of this stuff. What you got going, man?
Seems like we've took a trip on a coaching caravan in this college football season. We got Brian Kelly, man. He couldn't even make it to Halloween. What's going on? These coaches ain't even making it to Halloween, man. What's going on with Brian Kelly?
I don't think too much is going on with him. He just had a couple losses. Too many losses. I feel like this year, because before this year, he was doing pretty okay. But losing losing two times in a row, then I think they might have lost three times in a row, if not a game, and then they lost. But I think that what really cost him his job is losing the other night under the lights, because they take pride in playing under the lights. But
Well,
I
that's
feel
the
like
thing that we're seeing now is you can't lose at home anymore. It's too much at stake.
yeah,
You can't lose when where you're making your money's at, where you got to
there's a
sleep and
lot of
eat.
money in that. Yeah, there's a
Those
lot of
home
money in
games,
that.
those home games has been a curtain call for a lot of these damn coaches this year. That's when the curtain. It's like the end of the show when the curtain closed. If you start losing too many home games now, that's when the
Yeah.
curtain closed on your ass. Show is over.
Man, I think the next big coach that might be gone after this season, man, I hate to say it, but Deion Sanders, I think, in Colorado, I think that might not be a good fit now since he ain't got his Heisman, man, and his son. They're
Man, I
not,
thought he was
it
going nuts.
doesn't
I
look
thought I
as,
thought he was cursing his defensive coordinator out, like going crazy on him.
yeah.
Like,
Well,
I mean, I think he
I
has a little bit
mean,
more. I think that's the distinction, a little bit of a distinction. I think Colorado is going to be a school with a little bit more patience. So it's not good to be getting blown out like that. But I think it's a little bit more patience for teams like that that's
man,
kind of used to being at a more mid level. But those, I think it's the elite teams, the teams that's used to winning, like the LSU's, the Bama's, the Georgias, the Miami's, Ohio State, stuff like that. It puts a lot more pressure on those schools because,
I think it does because
yeah,
they make a lot more money, but I think those mid schools and smaller schools, I think they'll save their coaches until the end of the year. That's why I say Dion might lose his job because, man, losing, Utah just ran up the score to begin the game. By halftime, the score was 46-0. So you're gonna have to have some patience, or something gonna happen. Like you said, he's cussing his defensive coordinator out, man. But shoot, I don't
okay.
know.
For
I might cuss
example,
him out
here
too.
I'll say this.
They
For
lost
example, like
50-37.
I'll say this, like Colorado isn't as hot of a coaching destination. Like people ain't finna be just getting ready to move their whole family, just desperately trying to get to Colorado. It's not that type of position. It's like, okay, let me talk to the wife, let me talk to the kids. Whereas, like, you get an LSU position, that's like, okay, I don't care what my wife bring my wife, bring my side chick, bring my baby mama. We all moving to Baton Rouge to go play
Yeah,
LSU. We all moving.
that's
You know what I'm
why I
saying?
was, that's what I was saying. I think those smaller schools will wait until the end of the year. Those bigger schools, they're gonna get you out right now. Those smaller schools, they'll wait around till the end of the year because they're gonna have more time to search for a coach. Because, like you said, nobody's gonna just pick up and go to a mid school and move their whole family. So, yeah, I think those teams like that, I don't know, at the end of the year.
Like
But
the Penn State, like the Penn State position is up for grabs right now. I mean, and if Terry Smith gets power drove into the ground by Ohio State, This
Man.
week he gets power drove into the ground by Indiana next week. I mean, he might be out of there right after
Hey,
next week. It'd be like, okay, let's just see who else we got.
hey,
You
he
know?
gonna be out of there by next week because Ohio State and Indiana, Penn State is not gonna beat them. I'm sorry, I don't think so at all.
I
Because
mean, I don't know if
Indiana,
he.
they can score
Well,
too. Because
it's about
Indiana
the look.
scored.
Are you gonna get power drove into the ground? Because it's like if you get in your
In,
head coach, that's a kind of a messed up spot to get your head coaching opportunity against just a season that's kind of gone off the rails like this.
yeah, and they finna have to play the top two teams in the conference, and both of them. One got a really good defense that don't let people score, and then one got a really good offense. Indiana has a really good offense; they can run up the score too. So Penn State might be looking for a miracle, man. They might be having to look like Texas last week. Texas, I think they were down. What were they down? 17-0 at halftime. I think. At, by the third quarter, it was 24-0. Then Texas and Arch Manning woke up, I guess, because he haven't been playing up to par, but he threw for 346 yards and three touchdowns into the fourth quarter. Because I guess either he got hit or he fell or something, and I guess he got concussion. They put him in concussion protocol. So they threw in the backup quarterback, Matthew Campbell. Man, and he came in and threw one pass and won a touchdown for him to finish overtime, and they won 54-38. Well, 45-38. My bad. So that was a good game too. But,
Yeah, well, Arch, I just want to see more consistency with him. I mean,
yeah,
I've been seeing flashes of where it's like, okay, that throw is pretty nuts. I mean, he has like a ridiculous talent, but
but
his
it's just
mental
not
game,
showing right now.
yeah, his mental game just got to catch up with his talent to me. But that's a step in the right direction. They got a tough. I mean, they don't have an easy schedule for the rest of. They still got to play A&M.
Yeah, and
I
they
want to see
really,
how he's going to do against A&M at the end of the year. That's going to be. I want to see what he looks like at the end of the year. What's his development looking like? Is he still making these same mistakes, or is he just
yeah,
continuing on his playmaking ability? I mean, because the thing about it is he got all the talent in the world, but these
just not making
mistakes
a
is
play.
these mistakes are crazy. And then it's like he just got a lot of young. It's like rookie jitters that he just got to work out. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, that game against Texas A&M gonna be tough for Texas. They usually go into to rivalry games and usually play pretty good, play even better teams pretty well. But A&M, they got a really good defense. They don't give away too much, and they know how to cause turnovers. And their quarterback, I believe he's in the Heisman voting because the way he leads that team and the way he's been leading that team and got them to the position where they are, I think they're definitely going to be in the SEC championship against Alabama or Georgia or somebody. But I believe they're really good with the talent they have.
you got anything else for college? I'm about to move on to the
Uh,
NFL.
no, not so much. I think you got to
So go
hold it
ahead and
up.
moving on to the NFL. I can't believe that I'm talking about this guy again, but Daniel Jones, man.
Man, Danny J.
What is going on with Daniel Jones? It's like he is a whole new person. Like team 6-1, don't have I mean, they breaking records. Like he has
Yeah.
a record breaking offense in Indiana. He doing stuff that Peyton Manning wasn't doing in Indiana.
I think the offense that he's in now, he's more comfortable in. I don't know if I didn't watch too much of him in New York, but it just didn't seem like he was comfortable out there. I don't know. It seemed like he was trying to be perfect and do too much, and that caused a lot of stress on the offense. But I think now with Indianapolis, he got that offense rolling. He got his receivers going, and then I guess his run game going too. If he got the receivers going, he got a really good running back. They're saying Jonathan, his name's Jonathan Taylor. They say he's probably the top MVP now since Dak and the Cowboys got blasted last week.
I think I missed that game. Who did Dak and the Cowboys play last week?
They played the Broncos, and the Broncos didn't give them. I don't think they gave them a shot at all. That game, they won. The Broncos won 44-24. So they really got beat. I think it was already 28-10 at halftime, and at the end of the game it was 44-24. So I guess the Cowboys did score two more times, but Denver wasn't playing around with them, and I don't think. I think Dak, he might have been trying to do too much. He's never beat Denver and their quarterback was Bo Nix. He's never beat him in his career, so I think that might have been his 9th or 10th time losing to the Broncos. So it just might not be fit for him to play that defense because it seemed like they got him red before the play. Just, but sheesh. Yeah. And we're going to keep it in the NFC East, man.
I mean, to me, honestly, I think that really it's the Chiefs versus whoever come out the NFC right now to me. Like, I don't see anybody beating the Chiefs now with the healthy Chiefs team because I can see the Colts going to the playoffs, but I don't think they have the playoff experience. Pat Mahomes is just going to take you out of the game in the fourth quarter, you know? So I don't even know if the AFC is even a competitive picture. I think the NFC is a little bit more interesting right now. What are you seeing in the NFC right now?
In the NFC, damn, why you have this, man? The NFC right now, you're going to have to do that.
Or rather,
I could tell you one thing in the NFC. I know the Giants are struggling majorly.
Bro, I don't even want to. The thing about it, it sucks to be a Giants fan. Like I seen some Giants and Jets fans about to cry last weekend. Like, I mean, you can't. The Giants can't even get past. Like we talk about teams not even getting past Halloween. The Giants can't even get past Halloween. Like I don't even want to talk to them. Like I don't even want to talk about them. I mean, it's due to injuries. I mean, the Cam Scatterbo injury is like horrific. Last week, I mean, think about it. I'm watching the game, and I didn't even see what happened. Like my screen paused or whatever. Next thing you know, Cam Scatterbo is, man, they having a damn near look like a, I hate to say it, like a some type, like somebody died out there. I'm like, what the hell happened? You know? And he's getting carted off. Like they say, it's one of the worst injuries that they've ever seen at the Eagle Stadium or whatever. Did you see that injury?
Yeah, I did. I seen the hit and everything. The hit was he got hit really hard. Somebody like grabbed him from his shoulder, and he I guess he was running so fast or he's so strong. His foot just stayed in the ground, and it just turned almost to a 90-degree angle, and you could tell his foot was dislocated and broke. But I think the Giants are struggling with injuries. They're very injury prone. But I do think they're taking care of themselves. Like we got Malik Neighbors. I think he tore his ACL this year. And they say he's already got his surgery and he's in rehab. So I think if if their guys are getting the treatment that they're getting while they're injured and stuff, they should come back and play pretty good. Even though we gotta see, because the Giants had you in tears, like you said. I guess.
I mean, Giants, Eagles. I mean, like I said, the Giants season is over now. It's basically the Eagles in the NFC East with the injuries to Jaden Daniels, and the Cowboys are just the Cowboys are a disaster this year. Besides Dak Prescott,
As much
the
as I
Cowboys
hate
are
to
a
say
complete
it, I don't.
disaster.
As much as I hate to say it, they're not a disaster because I believe they've done more than they should have done this year. I believe they shouldn't have beat some of the teams or even been in some of the games because they had, and they might still have a couple of injuries on their offense and defense. And it seemed like for a couple of games, 2 or 3 games, Dak might have, well, probably 3 or 4 games because at the beginning of the year too, Dak has had them in the games. As much as I'm not a fan of Dak,
Well, nah, you're an undercover Cowboys fan. You just said it out. They're not going to do nothing in the playoffs. They're not going to even make the playoffs. They're going to lose. I mean, Dak can only. We've seen this story before. Dak is only going to be able to keep them together for so long. That defense is atrocious, and well, that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to rely on Dak, but that's only going to hold up for so long if you can sneak in a playoff spot because the Eagles are going to be the number one team right now. Nobody's going to be touching the Eagles.
Well, that's what I said. He's been doing what he's supposed to do right now. You can't tell the truth. You got to lie. You can at least say they're doing what they're supposed to be doing because they definitely shouldn't be. They definitely shouldn't have this one of the games that they should have, and you know
they didn't lost. They didn't lost. You act like they're number one in the NFC East. They only lost. They lost to what? 500, barely 500.
Well, they beat the Giants, so that don't matter.
They beat them in OT.
They won in their division.
Bro, the Cowboys are 3-4. You an undercover Cowboys fan.
No, you're a liar. I already said I didn't like the Cowboys. So you can go back and listen to the other shows. So stop lying.
Okay, so how is a 3-4 team? What is it? What is this three? They're 3-4-1. What is this 3-4-1 team? What have they shown you for you to be high on them in any capacity outside of Dak Prescott pulling off miracles at the end of these games?
So, no, they ain't come off no miracles by beating the Giants. The Giants barely stayed in that game. The Giants.
What are you talking about? OT? They played the Giants in OT.
They definitely shouldn't have been in the Packers game. They definitely shouldn't have been 40-40. They definitely shouldn't have been in the Eagles game that they won 24-20. They beat the teams like that.
Okay, great job. They're still under 500.
It's not even.
They're not a 500 team. You act like they not making.
No, I don't act like nothing. I said he did that for a couple of games. You don't listen because you just hate the Cowboys. You're a Giants fan. They suck and both of them suck. All of y'all suck.
Okay, well, let's talk about. Since we're talking about sucks, what do you have to say about? What do you got to say about Raider Nation?
It's a bye
What is
week, so we didn't play.
what's the
So we
future of
don't need to
Raider
talk
Nation
about them at
looking?
all. So
What's
it
the
sounds like
future
you
of
just
Raider?
hating. You hating on two teams. Who
Hey,
else you
what's the
hate?
hey,
Who
what's
else
the
you hate,
future?
Jabari?
What's the future of Raider Nation looking like this weekend versus the
The same
Jaguars?
future of Giants football. We don't know.
Okay, first and second pick,
No, y'all getting the first pick. Y'all are 0-2 in the division.
but we gonna beat y'all though.
0-2 away.
Okay, only worry about the Giants and the Raiders game because y'all ain't about to win no divisional games.
The
Y'all
Giants
ain't
beating
going to the
the
playoffs.
Cowboys. The team that beat y'all, the Giants beating the Giants because they suck and they injury prone. They won't have nobody out there playing. So
Y'all are
Jabari
competing.
gonna cry about that game too.
Hey, y'all are competing for the first pick in the draft.
Keep crying.
Y'all
You
have
gotta need to
no career aspirations for this year.
keep crying. I hear you crying a lot.
I'm not crying. I accepted the Giants. You ain't accepting the Raiders.
I didn't say anything about the Raiders. I said it's a bye week. That's all I said.
Nah,
Check
you ain't
again.
accepting. You ain't accepting what
Check
you
your
got in front of
stats.
you. I know it's a
Check,
bye week, but the bye
check
week is
your
over with.
stats.
Talk about what's in front of you. But
Hey y'all,
anyway,
hey y'all beat
go ahead and
anybody
moving
like
on.
the Patriots or anybody?
You said what?
Have y'all won any big games? Who have y'all
We
beat?
beat the Eagles.
Y'all, y'all beat the Eagles when they were playing the worst in the NFL. They had said that during the game.
They're number one in the NFC, and we beat the Eagles.
Y'all didn't beat them this week. So cry me a river. It don't matter.
But we ain't worried about that. We already looking at our draft pick for next year. We got injuries and shit coming out the ass. We ain't worried about that no more. We worried about draft picks.
That's good.
But anyway, moving on to this baseball. Pretty crazy game. What you said it was the longest game in playoff history
Man,
last
that
night. What
was
do you
a
think about
long
that?
game. Bro, I went to sleep. That game, I think that game came on at like 7 o'clock. I fell asleep during the game. I wake back up. The game is still on. And then they said they had 11 scoreless innings. And the Dodgers were already up 2-1. They said it was the longest game. I can't remember if they said in Major League Baseball history or in playoff history, but I bet it was the longest game in Major League history because they literally finished their game. They finished their game on the same day they were playing another playoff game. So that means they literally waking up, going to sleep, waking up a little bit because they ain't got too much sleep, getting up and getting ready for the next game. So that's crazy. But as much as I would like the Dodgers to win that back-to-back game, they lost. I had to turn the game off because the Blue Jays, it was like they was mad that they played that long game and lost. So they tied the series up 2-2. I think the next game will be on either Thursday or Friday, and they'll be back in Baltimore to play that game. But
Man, I saw
hopefully,
Shohei Ohtani. He was going off.
man,
That dude didn't
hopefully,
even. I mean, they can't throw him out at all.
the only way they could throw him out is an intentional walk, which they did a couple of times the other day. Because he had been on the base 9 times. Every time he went up to bat, he was getting on base. Either he was getting on base or he was hitting home runs. I think it said he's thrown 10 plus strikeouts and hit, I think, three home runs, which they never had a player do that in Major League Baseball history either. So he's just out there. breaking records.
And moving on into this UFC, we had an anticlimactic UFC weekend.
That was sad. That was sick to watch.
And it was, in my heart of hearts, I think that Aspinall was about to get knocked out, man.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
think, and I think he was looking for a way out, and that eye poke gave him a way out, man.
I believe he maybe could have gone back in that fight, but I believe whatchamacallit, he was throwing so many punches and hitting him so much he accidentally hit him in the eye. Because you could tell he was just swinging and Aspinall, he dodged into the punch, into the eye poke, and it was like, man, we all wanted to see Game whoop him like he was doing, because I believe he was gonna end up winning. Like you said, he was doing a whole lot, and it seemed like Aspinall just was a step, couldn't get that step in front of him or get it. It seemed like he was a step behind the whole fight that they
Well,
fought.
what it is Aspinall is a bully at the end of the day,
He
and
couldn't
Cyril
bully
Gahn
him.
Cyril Khan was not letting him bully him. He's used to
He
like
wasn't
bullying
letting him
people,
bully him at
and people
all.
usually fold. People usually fold within 2 minutes. Like he has the shortest UFC fight time in history.
Yeah, because I think
Average UFC fight
he
time
was
in
finishing
history.
everybody in the first round.
So he's used to bowling people over, and Cyril Gahn was tearing his face off with that jab. His face was getting bloodied up, and Cyril Gahn wasn't going for it. I mean, Cyril Gahn had, to that point, Cyril Gahn had landed more punches. Cyril Gahn landed 30 punches. Aspinall only landed 27, so he was outstriking him, and it felt like that power was starting to get to him, and it looked like that eye poke wasn't legit. It looked like he pretty much saw a way out for me,
Yeah,
because
then
it looked
another
like he
reason.
could see you're talking good, you're seeing good, you know, you're not injured. And think about is it like, are you hurt or are you injured? You know,
Well, I
you
think
might be a
another
little bit
thing,
hurt. It might be a
maybe.
little bit hurt, but you're not injured. You could continue on after you. Everybody didn't got poked in the eye. It's like, okay, take a couple minutes to clear it up. Take the 5 minutes and keep going. It's not something to be stopping a fight that people done paid their hard-earned money for. You know. Hello.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I agree.
But anyway, I think they're gonna rematch that fight. They need to rematch it, and he has
Yeah,
no excuses this time. Or in this next time, he gonna have to come with a new game plan or come with something better.
yeah.
Because the
If
wrestling
he
wasn't
gonna,
working. He wasn't able to bully him, so it was gonna be a real fight. So they got to run it back. That's the end of the story. But anyway, go ahead and moving on to the NBA.
man, NBA has had an exciting start, I would say. I think it's good just to see the players that have progressed and then the players that we really haven't got to see yet. Like, man, the other night, a lot of the Lakers players, they were injured or they took some time off and didn't play. Like Luka Doncic, he didn't play because I think he had hurt his finger and he needed rest. Jackson Hayes didn't play because he had hurt his thigh the game before, and then LeBron, he's been out with what's going on with his leg and back, but they brought Austin Reeves in there, and man, the other night did he have 50 or 52?
51.
Oh, he had 51. He went crazy. I think I watched the fourth quarter of that game, and it was like, bro. y'all done let him shoot 20 free throws. So y'all done failed him at least 7 or 8 times, but if not 10 times. And it's like, why do y'all keep on fouling him? He's going and he's making all his free throws. He's making all of his shots. He got 35 points off of just cooking y'all. Y'all fouled him for 20 more points. But man, he did that, and then I think the next night, he might have had 30 plus points, and now he's out for really 2 games. He's averaging 35 points, and shoot, I hope he can keep on doing that. They play tonight, but hope he can stay
Okay,
consistent
the
while
thing
the
about Austin
starters.
Reeves is, I got a question about Austin Reeves. Do you think his offense is like, his style is kind of gimmicky, or is he like the real deal? Does he have like a real skill set? Because I don't know, something about his game just seems gimmicky to me. Like it's something that's not like consistent in pressure situations or situations that's like, I don't know, just call for real players to play basketball. I don't know.
Well, I think you got to start somewhere, and when he came from Texas A&M, that's where he played college. There, he was really hooping, and
No, he
I
went to
seen him go
OU,
into
right?
the. I seen him go into the
He went to OU.
or Oklahoma.
You
Yeah,
thinking of
Oklahoma.
Alex Caruso? You thinking of Alex
I
Caruso?
wasn't thinking of him. I thought that's where he went to school, but when he was hooping at OU, and then he came out, he was playing really good basketball. So I thought he was going to be a pretty good player because they paired him up with LeBron, and it was like he was LeBron's son on the court. So I believe LeBron helped him accumulate some stature with the coaching staff and the front office. That's what helped him stay on the Lakers. This off season though, I've seen him grow a lot more in his offensive game. I believe working with um Luca and JJ Redick, he's a better shooter and he's a better ball handler. He plays at his own pace, and clearly, well, he's starting and he's contributing late the last couple of games. So we're gonna see if he can stay consistent. But yeah, he's a good player. I wouldn't doubt that at all.
And that's crazy. I mean, I say this. He kind of let me down in the playoffs last year.
Listen,
So it's kind of like, you kind of just got a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth. But I would probably go and
it's
say
also the
that
great
him and starting off the season, it's been him and Wemby that have been kind of the two biggest standouts to me so far. Like, when you scoring 50 points, that's something that could catch somebody's attention. You know, that's different. And then you back it up with 41 after. That's like, okay, we can rely on you a little bit. But then it's like, can we rely on you, because we still kind of gotta work through a whole another season to get that bad playoff feeling out of our mouth, taste it out of our mouth.
Well, I think that's on the team. Everybody on the team. Everybody on the team left a bad taste in my mouth. With the team that we had last year, we shouldn't have lost there at all.
But I say that the Rudy Gobert factor has been neutralized with DeAndre Ayton. I don't know if you saw the T Wolves versus the Lakers game from last week, but Rudy Gobert looked like a ghost out there with DeAndre Ayton. And that's just crazy that Rudy Gobert sent you home last season. Like, I don't know.
And he might send
That
us
makes
home
the
again
whole team. That makes pretty much the whole team suspect to me.
and he might send us home again this year. DeAndre Ayton don't play consistently like that, because that might have been the only game where I've seen him play with some defense. Lately, he's been playing. Well, that might not be the only game. Maybe a couple of games, because I believe his offense over the last two games has progressed. He's actually started scoring the ball a little. He's been going to the whole little pick and rolls, and the guards have been able to find him. But I just hope he can keep that up because that's exactly what we needed last year. Got sold out by the team.
And I told you, Wemby and Reeves. Who's been standing out to you in the NBA?
I think definitely Wemby. Wemby is right now. He's my MVP just off of what he does on the court. As big as he is, and what he does is unheard of. Literally 7'4". I could touch the rim without jumping, and he's out here. He's not playing in the paint like we used to walk into the gym and we see some big guys and we'd be like, oh, we can run around them. We could get to the hole. They gonna stay in the paint. Nah, not this guy. He gonna bring the ball up the court. He gonna run the offense. Then he might cross you over, step back, shoot that mug, make it, bring the ball up the court, shoot it from three, make it, take off from the 3-point line, dunk in one step. Nah, that's a little bit of exaggeration. He might take off from inside of the 3-point line and dunk it off one step or two steps. But man, just seeing him out there on the court is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. And my second guy that that's really impressed me at the beginning of the season is Giannis. He's always a problem with just how strong he is, and man, he learned. I believe he learned how to throw his weight around, so everybody can't hold him. And then he's taller, and his arms are longer than you. He's not a better dribbler, so that doesn't really account into that. But with him being a little bit taller and his arms longer, he can attract a little bit more fouls, or he can get to the basket a little easier. And he's averaging 36 points to begin the season. I would like to see if he could stay consistent with that. I believe he's been a 20. He's averaged about 20 points a lot of his career. So we're gonna see if he can keep that 36, the average of 36 up there, or maybe drop it. Let's see if he can average 30 at the end of the year. But man, I believe the Bucks will be in contention in the playoffs again, like they are every year. They him playing like that.
Who did the Bucks trade for? Who else is on the team with Giannis now? He's got like a rotating squad out there. Who's even out there now?
On the Bucks, their roster, their players, they got all three. They got both the Giannis brothers, Alex and Giannis Antetokounmpo, whatever his last name is. Can't nobody say that. I believe really the only person that I see that I really just even kind of know is Carl Anthony and Miles Turner, a big man and a guard. I think Miles Turner, he's a pretty good veteran. He's a mid veteran. He can get you some rebounds and maybe get you a couple points. But
I saw they beat who they beat last night. The Knicks. That was pretty good winner.
Yeah, they beat the Knicks by 10 last night.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see how he's gonna carry that team. That's kind of a tough carry, but I mean, he's probably going to be in the MVP conversation this year. So He has the tools to get that job done.
Believe
But
so.
before we wrap this thing up, you got anything else?
Man, everybody pray for Jamaica, man. I know the hurricane has turned Jamaica up. They said it's not going to even look the same ever again. So I pray as many people could have got out of there, did get out of there, because that's a terrible.
How long has
That's
that
a,
hurricane been going on for?
I believe, I'm not even sure. I believe for a couple of days, maybe, because I think it was pretty big. But the winds, I seen somewhere where it said 160-mile wind gusts. So, man, that's
It's not it's hitting America too, or it's just kind of out in the Caribbean right now.
it's out in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, on that island.
Yeah, prayers up for Jamaica. You got any games that you looking forward to this week, or what games are we looking forward to this week? For me, here I'll set it off while you looking it up. I have to say I'm looking forward to Penn State, Ohio State, just to see, just because it's always a good matchup. It's kind of like a original rivalry type atmosphere. I want to see if Penn State could just make it interesting. That's what I'm looking for. Just a good game, a good old fashioned matchup this weekend. You got any games, or it's like kind of all the same?
I got two games that I'll be looking at. I'll be looking at Vanderbilt in Texas just to see what Arch Manning does against a opponent better than the one he had last week, because he played pretty good last week, but I believe that might have been his best game since I think last year when they played South Carolina. I had went to the game, and I think he ran for like a 50 or 60-yard touchdown. Then he threw for two or three, and he
Hey, you know
definitely
what?
up in that
I got
game.
the dog
He,
in that. I'm gonna take the dog in that. I got Vanderbilt in that game. I like Van. I think we talked about this last or earlier this week rather. I love Vanderbilt for that game. I think their defense is good enough to kind of give Archman some problems. They got a decent secondary, and then their offense can put up. But Texas's defense is going to be able to match them. So I think I probably like Vanderbilt in a close fourth quarter. I think I like them to edge them out in the fourth quarter. But that's going to be a good game.
that's all I got.
What was the other game? You said one more game.
Oh, I'm gonna be looking at Miami and SMU. SMU usually comes into those bigger games and play, either they play bad or they play good. So not sure. I would like to see them beat a good team, because I believe Miami is better than they showed last week. But I think I'm going to be watching that game as well. Well, I'm going to have to be flipping from Vanderbilt in Texas to Miami and SMU and back and forth, because they both play the early game at 11.
Yes, sir. And I think that's all I got for today. You got anything else? Last thoughts?
Good on it today.
Oh, dang. It was one more thing I was about to say, but I can't remember. Anyway, we'll be back next week. 3, 2, 1. A Source of Podcast. It's been Jabari Butler. It's been J.R. Hall. And we out.